Hey, welcome. Today, we're doing something a little different. We're not just going to memorize grammar rules. Nope, we're going to become architects. We're going to build amazing, powerful sentences from the ground up, and I'm going to give you the blueprint.
So what's the big secret? Is it about using fancy words or super complex structures? Nah, not at all. The real secret is just understanding your tools, the basic building blocks, and knowing how they all click together. So let's start by taking a look at our plan.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll meet the absolute engine of the sentence, the verb. Then, we'll see how that engine actually makes things happen. After that, we'll learn how to connect ideas to build bigger, better sentences. Add a little style, and we'll wrap it all up with a super fast cheat sheet. Ready? Let's get building.
Every great sentence has a heart, a core, an engine that gives it power. And that engine is the verb. Seriously, without a verb, your sentence is just stuck. It's not going anywhere, it has no action, no life.
Okay, so check out this verb family tree. It basically shows how all verbs are related. You've got your main verbs, these are the heavy lifters, the ones doing the main action. And then you've got their essential backup crew, the auxiliary verbs, or as I like to call them, helper verbs. And it's these helpers we're going to look at first.
Now these helper verbs come in two main flavors. You have the primary ones like is or do, which help us ask questions or show when something happened. Then you've got modals, like can or will. These add extra layers of meaning, like possibility or ability. They're what give the main verb its superpowers.
Okay, our engine's fired up. Now it's time to actually put it in gear and make it do something. This next part is all about figuring out where the verb is sending its energy, how its action connects to the rest of the sentence.
So some verbs, which we call transitive, need to pass their action on to something else, an object. In she ate an apple, the action of eating gets transferred directly to the apple. Makes sense, right? But other verbs, the intransitive ones, are totally self-sufficient. In the baby slept, the action just stops with the baby. It doesn't need to go anywhere else.
Want to know the dead simple trick to tell them apart? Just ask the verb what or whom. Let's try it. She ate what? An apple. Boom, you got an answer. That means ate is transitive. Now try the other one. The baby slept what? That doesn't make any sense. No answer. The action stays put, so it's intransitive. See? Easy.
Okay, now let's talk about focus. This is kind of like being a director and deciding where to point the camera. In the active voice, the camera, the focus is on the doer of the action. The team won the game. It's direct, it's energetic, but with the passive voice, you shift the camera onto the thing that receives the action. The game was won. The doer gets pushed to the background.
So why would you even use the passive voice? Well, this quote nails it. You use it when you either don't know who the doer is, or you just don't care. Think about it. If you say, my car was stolen, you probably don't know who stole it. The important part of that story, the real focus, is your car.
All right, we've got our core parts, we've got our engine, and we know how to direct its power. Now for the really fun part, learning how to connect all these pieces together to build bigger, more complex, and way more interesting sentences.
To do that, we need to know our two basic building blocks. First, you have a phrase. It's just a group of words, like in the morning. But a clause, that's a level up. It has both a subject and a verb, like when she arrived. That subject plus verb pair, that's the magic ingredient. That's the key difference.
So, how do we actually stick these blocks together? With conjunctions. You should really think of these as the grammatical glue. They're the little words that connect our ideas and let us build these incredible structures that are way more interesting than just a simple sentence.
In fact, let's build one right now. It's a super simple three-step recipe. Step 1, take one complete idea. I was tired. Step 2, grab some of that glue, a conjunction, like but. And step 3, add a second complete idea. I finished my work. Slap them together, and there you have it, a compound sentence.
Okay, the main structure is built. It's solid. Now it's time for the finishing touches, the design phase. This is where we add all the little details that give our sentences flavor, make them precise, and give them some real style.
Think of adverbs as the spices you add to a dish. They modify the verbs and just give us more. They answer all those important questions. How did he run? Quickly. When did it happen? Yesterday. Where is it? Outside. They add that crucial layer of detail that brings your sentences to life.
Next up, let's talk about the time machine of grammar, tense. Tense is simply what tells us when an action is happening. Is it now, in the past, or in the future?
Now, you might see all 12 tenses here and start to panic, but don't. You don't need to memorize them all. The key is just to understand the pattern they follow.
And trust me, they all follow a predictable system. Just look at this top row for simple present. See that? There's a simple formula to make a statement, a negative version, and a question. It's a system. He goes. He does not go. Does he go? Once you see the pattern, it all clicks into place.
And there we have it. We have built a sentence from the foundation all the way to the finishing polish. So, to make sure this all sticks, let's do a quick, rapid-fire recap. This is your official grammar cheat sheet.
First up, remember the what test. If your verb can answer the question what or whom, you know it's a transitive verb, passing its action on.
Tip number 2, if you see the phrase by someone at the end of a clause, like the window was broken by the kids, that's a huge clue you're looking at the passive voice.
Third, spot the glue. Any word that joins two ideas. Words like and, but, so, because, that's a conjunction. It's the bridge connecting parts of your sentence.
And finally, always check who's in charge. If the subject of the sentence is the one actually doing the action, you're in the clear, direct, and powerful active voice.
So, you see, grammar isn't just some boring set of rules in an old textbook. It's a toolkit. It's a powerful set of architectural tools for building your ideas and sharing them with the world. You've got the blueprint now. You've got the tools. The only question left is, what are you going to build?